Girl out last night, wined her, dined her, and I was all up in her vagina. Vagina. Give me some of that vagina. Sheesh. What an absolute ledge. Yeah. Consider those cheeks clapped, right, dude? Hey, what do you think about my fit, bro? Is it bussin' or disgusting? You're always bussin', King. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah.
Someone please explain to me in Gen Z culture in the comments what the fuck I am watching right now. Welcome back to American Thor, everybody, and I got a painful one for you to watch today because we are going to be taking a look at Gen Z dudes, and I got to apologize in advance for all of the broccoli haircuts, dangly cross earrings, and skibbity toilet riz that you're going to hear in this video today. But in my research of cringe Gen Z bros, I started to realize maybe it's not actually their fault. There might be a culprit behind all of this, and we're going to figure that out. All right, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel. Let's jump into this thing, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to react to the most cringe Gen Z dude shit I could find on the internet. Let's jump into it. All right, sorry in advance, but here we go. I have no idea what is happening here, guys. Just again, broccoli hair and Hello Kitty stuff, and apparently he's running around with maxi pads and tampons. You guys, and please, in the comment section, if you know what any of this shit means, let me know. Let's keep moving through this.
I smell a woman in danger. Hey there, pretty lady. Is he bothering you? Keep your bloody paws off her, pal. What am I gonna do about it? I'm gonna turn you to ash.
I mean, maybe I'm just old. Am I just old? Like, I don't get it. I don't get any of this stuff. Everything we're going through today, I honestly, guys, I don't get it. All right, but I'm going to try my best. Ah, yes. Pretend Army Boys as an actual Green Beret myself. This is painfully cringe. Sorry, boys, but in a real war, you guys would most likely just be call girls for real soldiers. All right, let's see what they got going on across the pond in Europe. I'm not even gonna comment on that one. All right, he's back for another one. Saving women.
Hey, leave her alone. You don't know who you're messing with. I'm in the bad boy club. Oh, yeah? And I'm not just any bad boy. I'm the dang leader of the bad boy club.
Someone please explain to me in Gen Z culture in the comments what the fuck I am watching right now. All right, more from the broccoli hair final boss.
The ones that held in their arms justice for all mankind.
All right, so I don't know what the deep staring and the duck facing is all about with the Gen Z dudes, but I do know that I learned this, that the Gen Z stare is an actual thing that we're going to talk about here in a couple clips. But let's keep looking at some of these.
Whoa.
I don't know. What are we doing here? Alright, so I don't know what that dance is supposed to be, but again, more of the stare. All right, so yeah, there's a lot of lip licking with staring with the hand motions, right? With Gen Z. I honestly, again, I don't know what this is all about, but hey, why not?
Trust me, I got nothing for you other than love.
All right, I understand the video games. I'm not really sure what the like staring down and making out with SpongeBob plushie is, but who knows? But what I started to see was an issue that women are complaining about, that Gen Z dudes just don't seem to be interested in them.
Something in a woman that just really turns you off that you don't like.
I don't like women. I like men.
Oh, shit. Women are a pretty big red flag for this guy.
All women. Except for the whales.
The land whales?
Yeah, the land whales.
Do you like when they eat a lot?
No, when they sit on you.
And, like, suffocate you?
Yeah, I like to feel the crunching, like, when it's on your face.
All right, so that was weird. But then I start wondering, what is the actual problem? Because I'm seeing that, again, dating is kind of a weird, non-existent thing for Gen Z. Why? Why don't Gen Z dudes, why don't they want to date Gen Z women? And then I started coming across the Gen Z women.
The male gaze. What exactly is the male gaze? This concept where heterosexual women and see them as objects, see them as less than human, or they see them as tools for their own self-gratification. It's the notion that men determine what is desirable in women, what the beauty standards are, what's valuable, what's attractive, what's sexy. Women that meet these standards or fit into these categories are—
Yes, correct, lady. Men do decide what is attractive to men and what beauty standards are, because we're men and we're the ones who are attracted to women. So that is super painful. I can imagine if you're a Gen Z dude. But how do the Gen Z men feel about this Gen Z stare?
All this talk about the Gen Z stare, yeah, it's probably because our generation doesn't make small talk. And I think our generation doesn't make small talk because we realize and understand that small talk is kind of useless. Not that it's useless, right? Because it's helpful to kind of like ease in conversations. But like, for us, it's like, why do we want to talk about small talk when we could talk about our trauma? You know, like, I don't want to talk about the weather. I want to talk about how you're fucked up.
Yeah, you can tell he's sitting in a pretty nice car there. Probably grew up in a suburban middle-class family. Probably what? I would say 18, 19 years old. Talking about how much trauma he has. Interesting. I don't think any of these kids know what real trauma is. I mean, you know, if you want some real trauma, you could go fight a war. But no, small talk is actually pretty important. It's how you actually engage with the world. You know, if you are at a job and you are working business, sales, anything like that, small talk is a very important thing to be able to do. But I guess the Gen Z era and culture of texting and never talking to anyone could be a problem. But again, the more I saw of this we're going to watch, I started sympathizing with these Gen Z bros because I kind of get it now.
Gen Z men are flocking to the church. Why are we surprised? Be so for real. Sure, you've seen an article or a video about this somewhere, that Gen Z men are indeed much more religious and conservative than their female counterparts, specifically white Gen Z men. Do you know that there's a strong correlation between perceived victimhood, so essentially thinking you're the victim even when you're not, and being an evangelical Christian?
Oh, yeah, it's evangelical Christian men who perpetuate victimhood culture, not white liberal women. Right. All right, but again, more Gen Z women.
No, because I agree with you. It is kind of crazy when you start to think about it and really sit with the information that we have. Because I do have the opinion, and again, it's just an opinion, that the white beauty standard is rooted in pedophilia.
So there you go. If you are attracted to white people, then you're a PDF. Now, could you imagine trying to date someone this insufferable? And plus, none of these women are objectively anything special.
Weight loss as a single heterosexual female is male attention. I just don't want it. I don't want it. I believe
she didn't want the attention.
There's something in the back of my brain that hates it so much. It's the reason that I continually put weight back on throughout my lifetime after I lose it.
Yeah, she's overweight because she doesn't want the attention from men. I don't think you're getting it either way. All right, but here you go. Could you imagine trying to date this if you were a Gen Z bro?
Fucking started coming on himself. I knew that I would get hate, you know, but I've always gotten hate, just in general, just for me existing, okay? People haven't liked me since elementary school just because I had a birthmark on my forehead.
No, I don't think that's why people don't like you. It's probably not your birthmark. It's probably something else, maybe your personality. But let's check out the Gen Z workplace.
Gen Z boss in a mini. Gen Z boss in a mini. Itty bitty titties in a ball. Itty bitty titties in a ball. Fake 10 hands in a hoop.
Do you guys actually do any work in here, or what's going on?
5 with 3 and an attitude. New Frank Green and a sneaky link.
I know you guys are the HR team, but we actually got to send this report in pretty soon.
Secret product in a trench. Cinched in waist in a blowy. Cinched in waist.
When you guys are finished with the TikTok, I actually use a bit of help over here. It's what you're paid to do, so...
Well, I'm glad I didn't grow up in the Gen Z workplace. Thank God. I don't think I would have known how to handle it. But there was one Gen Z bro who did have a great insight into how he feels about the Gen Z stare.
We don't do things for the male gaze. I do. I do. You think I go to the gym for women? No. They don't like big muscles. I do it for the fellas. And when the fellas say, hey, nice pump, man. Nice shoulder pump. Nice tricep pump. That makes me pumped. That fills me up with hope, with happiness. Male gaze all the way. It's the best.
That's what it's all about, brother. Lifting heavy weights with the boys. Good for you. Now, just a couple final more, just cringe overall Gen Z bros to wrap this thing up. I'm not sure about the obsession with weird dances, but Gen Z bros love it.
I can phase me. I'm too dope like I'm back in the 80s. Okay, call me and I'm gon' slide. Pull up with me for a hell of a ride. You need a couple wins, they ain't doing it right. Hit up my line, we gon' turn up the night. I got a lot of wins.
Can someone please in the comments section explain this thing to me, because I've seen it about 10 different times on the dances and I have no idea what it is. All right, then some Gen Z fashion.
No. Ooh. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yes, you gotta love Gen Z fashion. Broccoli hair, weird hats, dangly cross earrings, and baggy clothes. Good stuff. All right, and then, yes, supposedly what's happening is the younger end of Gen Z males are turning heavily conservative, and the older age Gen Zs are not happy about that.
Gen Z men are broke and lonely, so they decided to make themselves even more broke and even more lonely by voting for Trump. Make it make sense.
I think my estrogen levels just doubled watching that clip, unfortunately. All right, so what did I learn with all this research on Gen Z bros? Well, I learned that I honestly don't understand Gen Z dudes at all. I'm obviously just too old. I'm a boomer now. I don't get it. But in fairness to them, maybe it's not all their fault. They are trending towards the right, trending towards or trying to get to a more traditional sense of masculinity. So I'm rooting for you, boys, because unfortunately, your counterparts on the female side are spiraling out of control the other way. So it is going to be a rough ride for all you Gen Z dudes out there going forward. But I wish you the best. That's going to do it for this one. I will catch y'all in the next video.